Cricket.
That's actually a very short cricket segment.
Yes.
Tonight.
Run through us some results.
So
That's what's happened.
England's still in India. They have only had one 2020, the third 2020 of the series since our last podcast.
No crowds, I think, back at this. They were a bit worried, I think, after the last T20 International where they had a full crowd and they were worried about people getting in and out on trains, etc. The social distancing.
They're still getting a lot of
ravaged.
Yeah, I think they had over 100K,
wave.
100K cases. So they're like, we can't keep having crowds.
Which is with the IPL coming up, it's a worry because it's part of the luster.
April 11 for the start of the IPL, if you don't mind.
3 and a bit weeks.
It's part of the luster as well. Those loud crowds, they're going berserk. And obviously we're in unprecedented times here, but it's part of making that competition really cool. They're also going to go over there. They're going to get paid their money. They're going to play good cricket, but it just takes a little bit away from it, unfortunately, for the Indian fans, but and all cricket fans, really.
Yeah. But what happened in this game?
So England actually dominated this game. India batted first. They made 6 for 156, pretty much all off the back of King Kohli. 77 of 46 That's back-to-back 70-odd not out knocks for the King. We have mentioned he must be close to 40 international innings now without 100. A little bit of a lackluster series for him.
It's harder in T20 to get 100 though.
Of course. But he does average,
give him a pass.
Does average 52 in T20s and he's scored more runs in these last two T20s than I believe he did in that whole Test series.
150 odd. But that, again, we talked about last week about his white ball cricket. He's the conversation.
He's head and shoulders above anyone.
Current day, 1,000%. The conversation goes to all time. Like you can't have the conversation about best white ball cricketer without Virat Kohli, as far as I'm concerned.
But what Kohli can do, Josh Butler could do better.
Yeah, Joss put on an absolute
in this
show.
regard.
Well, Kohli made half their runs, so 156 might have been a little bit unders here.
Yes.
For the home side, England come out and they did it pretty easy. They win by 8 wickets, 10 balls to spare. Joss Butler, 83 not of 52, and Johnny Bairstow, 40 not of 28. England take a 2-1 series lead in the 2020s. We talked about it. These are the two premier teams when it comes to T20 internationals. They'd have to be 1 and 2 for favourites in the World Cup. India probably slight favourites.
You'll find India are favourites, but the Aussies are second favourites.
Really?
And again, I said it last week, but a certain member got on New Zealand at 9s. So $9 looking very juicy at the moment. But
you'll be a trader going for the Kiwis.
I want Australia to win.
You'll have your journals on. The podcast will be on the chili bun.
On the chili bun, thanks.
That's probably just because of the recent T20 games being played. You know, Australia's just had the big bash. So you've seen Australia guys playing T20 versus the others.
We just have such a crap record when it comes to the T20 World Cup.
Too.
Tournament T20, tournament T20. Like you look at West Indies tournament T20 form, it's ballistic. Like they're so good when it comes to must-win games. Whereas, I don't know, we just don't. And again, we didn't play our best 11 against New Zealand, so you can't base it on that. We took them to 5 games. Like it had to be one in that 5th game, but I just, again, like I said last week, love the balance of the Kiwi side. They field well, which is crucial in T20.
Great bowling attack.
Elite bowling. So
that's smoking.
Yeah, we'll see. That's towards the end of the year. So a lot of IPL cricket to happen. So that'll
a lot of time between
the best players get to show off in that format, which will be
Sheffield.
Speaking of the IPL, did you get a start date there?
So the start date's going to be the 9th of April, I believe.
And so 3 weeks,
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be no spectators at the moment. Played in Chennai.
No surprise there,
Yeah. Chennai across 6 venues.
All in Chennai?
Wow.
Looks like, it's beginning in Chennai across 6 venues, so whether they spread out from Chennai from there.
I guess a bit of a bubble.
So let me... so Chennai's the first match, and then they moved to Mumbai. So playing Chennai and Mumbai.
Just Chennai and Mumbai? Yeah. That makes sense.
Makes a bit more sense.
Two of the bigger grounds, bigger cities. Yeah.
A couple of bubbles in Chennai and Mumbai. That's it. See, you got to look at the bright spot. That'll be... Everyone's there together in the same spot. So
when are they getting that Dharamshala bubble going? Oh, that's the most beautiful cricket ground in the world. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
They do move to Ahmedabad, then Delhi.
So they're doing Sort of like the Big Bash was a
like a circuit.
Circuit, play a few games.
I don't know how. Yeah, there's no real other way to do it. You can't have people travelling when the pandemic's still going on. Have you boys been looking into your teams? I've had a little look. I'm still on the fence on a couple. I want to be won over by some IPL teams. So it's a shout out to anyone in the comments.
We did mention last week on the Esky that we all need to adopt a IPL team this year and get very passionate about it. We're going to go buy some hats and
big time. Yeah, we'll get on board. Absolutely, I think it's brilliant. Yeah, you know, we've been lucky. We've had a few Indian cricket fans jump on board the Esky train, so we'll reciprocate and we're going to follow that pretty close to the IPL. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I had a quick look, but it's hard. There's some good teams. There's some good players spread across. It's the number one competition of cricket in the world. So
maybe we should get some social media polls happening.
I'm not just a stats man, my friend.
Interaction.
I like that.
I really like that. Look out on our socials.
Yeah.
We'll you tell us which bandwagon do we need to jump on? Who do we need to, and why? Why do we need to follow these teams? And I don't want to see it because the Aussies are playing for certain teams. I want a niche team. I want to find myself an underdog. I think.
Get at us in the comments, please, for IPL teams we can follow. There is 4 of us and 8 teams to pick from. So my
good chance your team gets picked. So.
I'd say so. Yes. So domestic cricket. There's only one game in the Shield, and it was a rip snorter. We've talked about all the inclement weather here at the moment. Victoria was playing Queensland, I believe, at the Gabba. Monkey, can you just chase that up? Victoria 7 for 219 off the back of a Marcus Harris, unbeaten 113, and that was it.
Alan Border.
Alan Border.
Sorry, Monk. Sorry to jump in. I just had it here.
No, right.
So in Brisbane, and it must have rained for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Marcus Harris 113, and
that was about
a couple scores
wicket
in the
shared,
third.
I think.
Yeah, so nothing really. I mean, Marcus Harris, he's tasted international cricket and he's had a couple goes at it. I think he played did he play the start of the series, or did Warner start, get hurt, and Harris came in?
Oh, good shout that. Yeah,
I think Warner played. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think Harris came in when Warner got hurt.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Look at the,
it was. I think it was the last one. I think it was at the end.
Was it 1 or 2? I think he played
from memory, he played 2. Good to see him scoring runs. He'll definitely be there or thereabouts when the Ashes roll
think
around.
the openers. Before you need to make sure Pukovsky's healthy, and Warner will get into his form very shortly. But I think Pukovsky and Warner are our openers, but. We get injuries. Warner's been hurt. Pukovsky's been hurt. So you need some good openers. We saw Renshaw in the runs last week. Harris scoring runs. Bancroft in the runs. Henry Hunt, young fella hitting tons. This is what we were talking about a month ago, where we want to see people put their hand up. All you have is Shield cricket, so score some Shield cricket runs. So he didn't score some runs. He scored pretty much all their runs. So that's what you got to do. He's a class batsman. He's better than Shield cricket, but he's not quite a dominant, an international cricketer right now.
Cricketer.
No, I wouldn't even call him a Test cricket just yet. He's that. Yeah, he's a Brad Hodge. He's a Brad Hodge. Like he's too good for Aussie cricket, but I don't think he's quite cracking our team. Hodge was different.
Pretty good pat on the back.
Sorry, if Hodge, prime Brad Hodge now bats in our team, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah. I don't think he's quite our 11.
I think Brad Hodge Test average 56.
Yeah. Again, that was a shocking comparison. He's Matthew Elliott.
Yeah.
He was good. I love.
He's
Matthew
probably
Elliott.
like the
Jimmy Marr. There you go. He's Jimmy Marr.
Yeah, he's a top 20, 25, but he's not breaking in the 11.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for.
I'm trying to save you.
Well surmised. Good luck.
Mush Cup.
Yes, 55.88. Brad Hodge, 56.
He's not beard.
Got a few numbers on the top of my head. There was one game, and it was today, Tasmania and New South Wales. Tasmania made 9 for 258 off their allotted overs. Caleb Jewell, 70 of 51, got him off to a flyer, but they weren't really able to capitalise that. And not a bad score there, but nothing to write home about, I guess. Ben Dwarshuis, 4 for 50, and that man, David Warner.
There he was.
He turned up, and then New South Wales just got home today. They have a Shield game starting Saturday down there in the Apple Isle.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so McDermott and Jewell both hit 50s. They were none for 138.
Yeah. So off to an absolute flyer.
Yeah, flyer, then nothing.
And
really
all the T20 guys are all back from New Zealand.
Yeah, yeah. So, and even, Paddy Cummins played in this game. He bowled his 10 overs.
Meredith
did play, bowled quick. He got 1 wicket. Cummins, no wickets, but only went at 3 and over.
Yep.
As you said, Dwarsha's ripped through. Lyon, 2 for 44 from his 10. But Liam Hatcher was the unlucky man. He went at 7.5 and over. So, Warner, I sort of had it on in the background today. He just was sort of cruising. Didn't really have to really step it up. Just a run a ball 100. Yep. Enriquez chipped in as well with the run chase. Just a smart, mature run chase.
Wish I could just cruise to a runnable 100.
Yeah, we could just hit the ball where I wanted it to go.
Yeah, that's right. Not really push it. Not get out of fourth gear.
Just glide to third man. No, hack over cow. That's why.
Just a glide to the second slip. Thank you very much for coming. And that's about it for a very short cricket segment. Obviously, only a few days in between drinks. So India and England will resume 4th and 5th T20s.
Tonight about midnight, Thursday.
And then 3 ODIs.
Yep.
Bangladesh about to start over in New Zealand, and test matches between West Indies and Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And obviously, domestic front, Marsh Cup, Sheffield Shield, we're committed on the Esky to following it in depth.
Weeks,
we have said multiple times, everyone loves to pick their best 11. We want to pick the Aussie team, sometimes not up to date with the recent form. So that's one of the things that we're committed to with our cricket coverage here on the Esky is following domestic cricket. Bring it back. Get it.
Yeah, put it on the telly.
Get some people there at the domestic cricket.
Yeah.